Tally Siddhappa and welcome to my channel Complemental Economics, and today's concept rationale of law of demand. So when it comes to rationale of law of demand, first you have to understand why the demand curve slopes downwards. Every time you will be having question like we have read about the individual linear curve, which is the law of demand, and we have studied the exact previous video of mine. It was about market demand. Again the demand curve was sloping downward. So we have tried to give a lot of information here. In this particular topic we are going to talk about why demand curve is downward sloping, and so many different economists came with a different explanation for it, like why exactly the demand curve is downward sloping. So let's talk about it. The first reason why the demand curve is downward sloping, that first reason is price effect of a fall in price. Price effect, the first thing, in the price effect we have two important theories, that is substitution effect and the income effect. The substitution effect and income effect both are introduced by Hicks and the Allen. So in this case we are going to talk about two important topics. As I said, it depends on completely price. When any of the good price is going to change, it's going to fall, increase, how exactly it's going to be changed? First of all, when it comes to substitution effect, what is the meaning of substitution here? So that means I have two pens of an option, pen is A and pen is B. So in this case both are pens, A and B, both are pens. Just I am giving you an example where pen A price falls. They both are pens, pen A and pen B, they both are different brand pens. Unfortunately, brand A pen price is going to decrease. If price is going to decrease, so it will become cheaper for the consumer, and this price is constant. By keeping all the other things constant, at the same time price of B is constant, it is not going to change. So in this case, if the price of A is going to decrease, for me it will become very cheaper. In this case demand for A is going to increase. Price is decreasing for A, that means demand for A it is going to increase. On the other case, demand for B is going to decrease. So this is called substitution effect, where any of the good price is going to decrease, it will become very cheaper front of other good. So everybody will start demanding the brand A instead of brand B. So in this case price is going to decrease of A, the demand for B is going to decrease. They both are moving in the same direction, so it is called positive relationship. Here I am not considering the same good demand and price. I am considering, if I am taking A good, in that I am considering the price. If I am taking the good B, in that I am considering the demand. So this way price is coming towards the downside in the A good, B good demand is going to come down. So both the variables are moving in the same direction. So the relationship between this substitution effect, that is positive. Even the substitute effect is nothing but the relative goods. The relative goods, whatever you have, for an example, relative goods are nothing but just like an alternative. So I wanted to have, for an example, if I consider, so any of particular mobile, so I wanted to purchase Apple mobile, instead of that I went with a Samsung. So it is a substitute. Definitely the features will be very much different, but when it comes to phones, there are substitute for each other. So this way the substitute effect talk about the relative prices of two goods. When I am talking about the two goods here, so it will be more stronger, the substitution effect will be more stronger in three different cases. The one, if the closest substitute, both the goods which I am talking about, if it is a perfect substitute, for an example, if I go with any of two goods, they were exactly like ditto. We don't find any differentiation, but still brand differentiation is there. This is different brand and that is a different brand, but exactly it is same. So that's called closest substitute. If the closest substitute you have, so then substitution effect will be more. And the second one, there is a lower cost switching the substitute. If the cost is less, so definitely that also matters. And the last one, if the lower inconvenience, if I'm switching to one good to another good, I'm not inconvenient in it, I'm happy with it, so then definitely the substitution will be very much stronger in these three cases. As I told you before, when it comes to price effect, so there are two different topics. One is a substitution effect, another one is the income effect. Both are introduced by Hicks and Allen, the famous economist. So in this case, when it comes to income effect, just imagine any of the good price got decreased. For an example, good X, price of that got decreased. So first, when the price was more, I used to buy 10 goods, 10 units, consider as a 10 units. Now the price of X good started decreasing. Because of that, what will I do is, instead of purchasing 10 units, I can purchase now 15 units in the same income. Got the point? When the good X price is decreasing, the same good I can purchase more quantity. Instead of 10, I can purchase 15 because that good price got decreased. So this is called, my real income is going to increase because price got decreased of good X. Purchasing power is nothing but whenever you have income, in that how many goods you are able to purchase. If we measure, that's called as a purchasing power. So for an example, my income is 100 rupees. In that I can purchase 10 chocolates. So this is my purchasing power. Now each chocolate price was 10 rupee. So instead of that, price got decreased to 5 rupees now. Instead of 10 chocolates, now I can purchase 20 chocolates. So my purchasing power got increased from 10 chocolate to 20 chocolate, even though my income is same, just because the good X prices got decreased. This is called income effect. The income effect can be decided by two different ways for the two different goods. The first one is normal goods. Normal goods, it happens like the effect will be positive in this. So in this way, whenever the price falls, any of the good price falls, the demand for that is definitely going to increase. So if any of the good, if any good price is falling, so in that good, sorry, it is not positive. If any good price is decreasing, so definitely that good consumption, definitely it is going to increase. So both are moving in the opposite direction, so the demand curve is downward sloping. So on the other case, inferior goods, when it comes to inferior goods, there is a definitely exception when we talk about the inferior goods. In the case of inferior goods, the income effect works in opposite direction to the substitution effect. I'm talking about the substitution effect, okay? The substitution effect and the income effect for inferior goods, it is opposite. In the case of inferior goods, the expansion in demand due to price fall will take place only in the substitution effect outweigh the income effect. The second reason why demand curve is downward sloping, the first reason you already got, price effect, a fall in price. The second one is utility maximizing behavior of consumer. So in this case, you have to talk about one of the theory, that is a Marshall's theory. Let's talk about the first of all. Maximum satisfaction is always nothing but the marginal utility of a commodity should be equal to the price. Whenever you get the, okay, I'll tell you the theory, through that you can understand. So just imagine I like Malai sandwich, one of the Bengali sweets. I have eaten one by paying 20 rupees each. I'm not aware of the price, I'm just coming with the example. I purchased the first one, I paid 20 rupees and it was really yummy. I consumed, I'm really happy. I purchased the second one and I paid again 20 rupees. I got good satisfaction. Again, I'm going to have the third one. It's the second one. Third one I'm having, the satisfaction got reduced because whenever you're going to have the first bite, your first piece of any of the sweets, you will get the maximum satisfaction. If the same good continuously you're going to have it without giving a break, just imagine one after one I'm having malai sandwich. Just imagine after 5 pieces, do you think you will get the same satisfaction what you have got by consuming the first one? Definitely not. So in that case, when I'm having the third one, first one I got it very nice, second one also I felt very nice, third one, it's a sweet, you cannot continuously have it, the same sweet. So because of that, the satisfaction started decreasing from the third unit of sweet. When my satisfaction started decreasing, I don't feel like paying 20 rupees now. Why I was paying 20 rupees? Because I was getting that much of satisfaction. Now by consuming the third sweet, I'm not getting that satisfaction which I got it from the first sweet. So I like to pay 15 rupees only for this, because my satisfaction also got decreased. In this way, I like to purchase, I love to give lesser the prices when I continue my consumption. Albeit if I am demanding continuously any of the good, so that means from that satisfaction is going to come down. So because of that, I love to give lesser prices for the good. So this is called Marshall theory. The Alfred Marshall, he is the one who established the theory, the law of, this is nothing but the law of diminishing marginal utility. The law of diminishing, that means what is diminishing? Your utility, your satisfaction is going to diminish each time when you're going to consume more and more goods. So when continuously going to consume any of the good, your satisfaction is going to come down. Because of that, on the basis of your satisfaction, you love to give lesser prices for that, because it is giving you lesser satisfaction. Always price should be decided by the satisfaction, how much you are getting. If you are getting lesser satisfaction, lesser the price. If you are getting the maximum satisfaction, maximum the price. So this way, the Marshall theory explained that the law of diminishing marginal utility says that whenever you're going to continuously consume any of the good, you're going to get the lesser satisfaction after having one or two. Because of that, you love to pay lesser and even lesser. Because of that, the demand theory goes downward sloping. This is the second reason. And the third one, when it comes to the third theory, the third reason why demand curve is downward sloping, that is arrival of new consumers. If the price of a commodity is going to decrease, first it was, just imagine, it was 20 rupees, take it as 200 rupees for one pen. Okay, it was 200 rupees per pen, and 20 people used to purchase that. Demand was from 20 people. Now the price of that got decreased, price got reduced. Now the price is 150 of each pen. So now instead of 20, 30 people started demanding the same pen, just because the price got decreased. And now, before, when the price was 200, they couldn't afford this particular good. Now the price became bit cheaper for them, so the new consumers added. How many consumers got added now? Because the price got reduced, fallen. Now 10 extra consumer added to demand this particular pen. So this way, whenever any arrival of a new consumers, that means whenever price decreases, the people before who couldn't afford, now when they seeing that price is decreasing, they love to come and purchase new goods. Because of that, the consumers ratio is, the consumer numbers are going to increase, and they're going to demand more and more goods. Because of that, price and demand again moving in the opposite direction in this case also. Because of that, the demand curve will be downward sloping. And the fourth reason is, and the fourth and the last reason also, that is a different uses. Whenever you have a different use from one good, let me talk about the milk first. This is one of the example I'm giving. Milk, if you're purchasing milk, don't you think you have multiple uses out of this? One is you can make curd, buttermilk, ghee, butter, cheese. You can use that for sweets also. So many other multiple uses you have from milk. So whenever you have multiple uses for any of the good, so in that case, if the price falls, the multiple uses will be more. In that case, demand is going to increase, because they think that if I purchase milk, I'll use it for curd also, buttermilk also, ghee, butter, cheese, everything I can use it. So in that case, whenever you have the multiple uses, so if the price of that good is going to decrease, any good which is having the multiple use, if that good price is going to decrease, automatically demand for that is going to increase, because they can use for these all multiple reasons the same good. On the other case, if price increases, the multiple uses what you have, they'll not purchase more because price is more, they'll use it for the limited uses. Instead of curd, buttermilk, these all reason, they'll use it only for the milk, otherwise they'll use it for milk and the curd. They'll leave these all. If the price increases, demand will come down of that good. So this way, any good who is having a multiple uses, if that good price decreases, demand for it is going to increase. In that case, if the price increases of multiple use good, so automatically the demand is going to be reduced. They will use it for the limited. For an example, for this good, the best example is electricity. Electricity, not only for a light you're going to use it, you're going to use it for 100 other reasons. In that case, if a price of electricity is going to come down, you will use it for so many reasons. If the price of electricity is costlier, you'll think twice before using the electricity and you limit your uses. So this way, again, both the variables are moving in the opposite direction. Price decreases, demand increases. So the demand curve slopes downward, because the relationship between the variables is completely negative. So I hope you understood rationale of a law of demand. If you're really liking my videos, please subscribe and share. Thank you so much.